And thanks everybody for joining today into our webinar of AI Automation Trends 2025. Let's get it started. So just as always in every webinar, it's really important to do some housekeeping beforehand. The session, as I mentioned previously, in case you joined a bit later, will be recorded. So no worries if you have to leave earlier or if you know somebody who should watch this, or if in case you want to watch it later again, no worries, you can do this. If you have questions, please drop them in the Q&A section. I will later go over it and try answering all of the questions. In case we cannot answer them, we try to follow up on these that are relevant and can be answered. So also at the end, we're going to do a quick survey. And if you can participate, this helps us shaping the product for you so you can unlock the trends of AI in 2025. Let's get it started. So you today here, you'll probably feel the power of automation and AI. You probably experience every day how powerful processes can be if you plug in OpenAI and really skyrocket with Make. And this is what we saw today. Some of you might know when you have been participating in Make Waves, but I want to highlight this. Make is out there for multiple years before it was called Integromat, and we built such an amazing platform thanks to our customers. And because of this, we have, of course, apps that are ranking higher than others. And within 1.5 years, OpenAI, as one of the LLMs on our platform, climbed to number 2. This is massive. We see customers plugging in LLMs into their workflows and enabling AI agents on Make. You can chain multiple OpenAI apps behind each other and enabling agentic behavior. You can have reasoning, you can have adjusted arguments and texts and really bring this power. And the numbers we see, they just make so much sense because you can combine your tools with OpenAI and many, many other LLMs on Make. Let me get later a bit more to LLMs and AI tools on Make, and stay tuned because we're gonna release so many things in today's webinar and we're gonna preview so many things we're working on that this should drive the trends of AI also for you in 2025. Going forward, you probably see that chatting does not execute work. Try following. Go to ChatGPT and type in "Send Sebastian Mertens this email." It will say, "I cannot send emails." And we want to overcome this challenge. So we see actually that the full power of automation and AI unleashes together. So AI excels, analysis, generating insights, creating the content like the email, and Make excels in connecting the systems, triggering actions, and orchestrating workflows. And where the trends there are in 2025, this is what we will bring you today. Before we dive into this, why is this so important for your business? You probably saw when you participated in Make Waves the staggering number of 4x in 12 months. I interviewed hundreds of customers. I spoke to hundreds of SaaS partners this year. And I can tell you, there are customers out there that quadrupled their business thanks to AI. They were able to do 10 times the revenue with the same amount of people with Make and AI. And this number you see here is an average. Okay, so keep in mind, just because it says 4 times, it means some customers using OpenAI 10, 50 times sometimes, and some did not yet get started. So in case you did not yet use AI in your workflows, I really invite you doing that. So together, automation and AI is the game changer for sure. And it is about to make this even easier for you and bring the power to your business so you can really ride the wave on AI in 2025. Now, I want to bring you the trends. And one of the first trends we clearly see is, as you can probably guess on the picture already, and as OpenAI just released yesterday, Sora, AI image, video, and audio enhancements. What we anticipate as one of the biggest trends in 2025 is the generative AI expansion. This is going to be so massive that processing of customized videos, of customized audio, of customized pictures will rise on our platform, will rise in the email communication and the chat communication, all across the SaaS tools we are connecting. And in case you did not yet generate videos or audio, I will demo this for you in just a bit. One of the other trends we're anticipating is human-machine collaboration. We see a lot of customers saying, well, it's good, but it's not that human-like. There needs to be this one sentence. Or sometimes AI does these long trailing strings. It's not nice, right? Nobody would use it if they would type it. So you want to interact with your AI-generated content and with your AI agents, what they produce, and you might want to stop them. You might want to bring them into a different direction. So we anticipate that human machine collaboration and augmented working is going to be one of the biggest trends based on what we hear from our customers and from our partners out there, and what we, in collaboration with some of the world's biggest LLM producers, can see right now. Now, let's go on the third trend we might see in 2025 unlocking, and that's personalized experiences with AI. It kind of makes sense, right? You generate it, you can generate it at scale, you can steer it, you can tune it in the way that sounds natural. And now, think about the dream of every marketeer for years. You don't need to bring one size fits many motions anymore. You can bring customized marketing, sales, and communication at mass scale with AI and make to your customers. And this is one of the reasons why we saw also this year that AI exploded. And with the rising capabilities of visual models and LLMs, this is probably just the beginning. So let's dive a bit deeper into this and let's go really, really into the core of AI. What is this about? So we see that still 74% of the companies are struggling to generate tangible value from AI. I hope our customers are not struggling that much, but still, it might be that people, data, and tools are not great. It might be that the power of the people is not really used because they have not really the culture of experimentation. They don't have the will or the chance to build because of corporate challenges, governance, so on and so forth. And we see that many customers want to bring in their data into their AI workflows. They use sometimes Pinecone, Quadrant, or our data store to build RAG systems or to build short-term memory threat. This is all possible on Make. Yes, it could be a bit easier, but it's technically possible. And we see that AI tools might be not usable inside Makes, Workflow Builder, or that we see that some of the language tests do not really achieve its full potential. So these are still challenges, and we want to help you overcome these challenges with Make. So how can Make help you unlock these trends? So before we go in there and we demo you what helps you to unlock these trends, we want to recap where we are today, what we see today, where we are coming from, so you can understand and relate to these trends. So today, scenario types of AI and automation. There are, depending on what you read and what kind of source, multiple levels or versions of AI agents. On Make today, you can build goal to or simple to goal-based agents. It's a kind of a challenge to build self-learning agents. So when you're thinking about these scenarios, which you just see, like classification, text creation, search enrichment, summarization, so on and so forth, you see some of our partners, for example, Appify here. We just talked this very morning to the CEO and the founders of Appify and brainstormed also another time what they anticipate to be the trends of AI. And we see today that customers are already building these simple agents and these goal-based agents that they chain multiple models together. And these kind of automations we want to bring to the next level. Because if you think about this and what you can do, imagine you're stepping into 2025. And this is the moment where really everything changes for you and your business in case you did not use it yet. Picture a team's creativity is really supercharged by AI's technical expertise. This isn't just in distant future, right? It's right around the corner. We just see it with Sora releasing and many, many other capabilities coming. With AI handling the heavy lifting now of these data analysis, routine tasks, and your teams can really focus and innovate, building deeper relationship with clients. I really believe that in the future, there will be one person startup that does 1 million revenue. We just yesterday talked with Research Academy about this, and they anticipate this trend coming up. So it's not about replacing the human touch, but getting it to speed level where one person can steer so many tasks, so much work, that's a level you can only dream of. So we are not stopping here. We want to unleash the future of this power that one person can steer so many business functions, so much content creation, so much value creation with Make. And let's go to it. How do we do it? It's not about replacing the human touch. It's about enhancing it to the levels you only dreamed. So, and I ask this question a lot of times. Do you want to let AI generated content go out without any review? Do you really want to do this? I hope this email finds you well is probably one of the best jokes out there. Or when you see a post as these long trails, you probably don't want to let AI generated content go out there without any review. I think some of you might know where this leads towards, but let me unlock it. So what we're going to do in the next weeks to come is we will bring human in the loop capabilities to all our customers. Right now, we have an early version of human in the loop for our enterprise customers in a really advanced version. But we're going to take a simpler version of this and bring it to everybody so everybody can really unlock the power of a human collaborating with AI in their automation. And this is really the most advanced human in the loop, at least I have seen on the market. And I'm super, super happy that we can bring this capability to you. You just see there's a picture in it. Our human in the loop, as I just said, is ready for the multimodal world. You can loop images, videos, audio, and text. You can combine this in multiple fields, and you can send this in really advanced ways on the channels where you want to send it, email, Slack, whatever. We do not define this. You define this. And for the ones that want to make this human in the loop a bit more corporate design, you can tweak it. You can tweak it in any kind of way. That's what is available in our enterprise plan already today. And in case you want to really see what you can tweak, Just watch that animation flying in. There's nearly everything. I will dive into this in just a bit. So let's go do this. Let's check this live out. I'm going to share my screen where I have some of the demos set up for you so you can experience this firsthand. So let's take one of the world's classical example. We have a job board here, and I mean, we're an IT company. We're a software company. We're gonna hire people like probably DevOps, data scientist, UI, UX researcher. And we have a job description, we have positions, technical assistants. Now I want to create a job profile and a job description. Should I do it manually? Should I write it? No, I can use AI for that, right? But I want to review it before it goes out because AI in these cases sometimes really over exaggerates or it's not really sharp. So I want to review it, but most of it probably fits. So I can now go here and I have the human in the loop and I will demo you the version which we will release to every customer out there. You have multiple content types. You have text, rich text, markdown, drop down. You can set a password. You can do Boolean. This allows you to bring in nearly all the capabilities, and with the rich text HTML, you can put in videos, audio, text, images. You have the possibility to set some pieces non-editable and some pieces editable. And you can pass along advanced data. So if you want to pass along some hidden ID, easy, you can do this. So let's look how that works. It takes the records, it searches, it aggregates. I'm going to skip the Airtable part. I hope OpenAI does that fast while it's loading. I'm going to drink a sip. And it's generating right now a pretty long job description. I'm not going to open my email in this case. I will directly go to it. And here we go. I have the human in the loop, and I can now just edit it right in here, or I can just approve it. In this case, as I set the scenario to be non-editable, I cannot edit. But if I would set this to yes, and you can see this already here, the adjust button is not there. I will let this run one more time. I hope OpenAI does it now a bit faster. Let's see. But before, you can define here custom labels, you can define custom titles, but you cannot change the design of it. This is in our enterprise version available. And now it should be hopefully done. Perfect. Right on time. And now we go here, and as you can see, we set one field to be adjustable and the adjust button appears. So really slick user experience. I can go here. I cannot adjust the title because the title is something that's defined, but I can perfectly edit this. I have a markdown option. I can switch away from markdown. I have a resize capability as many customers wished, and I can turn on markdown again. In HTML, it will be way more complex. And in HTML, as you saw, you can do multimodal reviews. So with this, I hope we bring you the capabilities to unlock the trend 2025 about multimodal working, generative AI expansion. Now, going forward, what we see is not everybody finds it easy to work in Make without having a little AI companion. And some of you might already use our AI assistant. I encourage you to test it out. It has so many capabilities nowadays. You can generate JSON, emails, you can generate modules. In case you don't have an app, you can generate an HTTP request with it. It maps it perfectly. You can do mapping, you can do so many things, and you can create even text and HTML. You know, nobody likes programming in HTML in this field, but you can generate your HTML field. You can say, hey, use HTML, bring in the video I just generated on Dumpling AI or on Runway, and put it in there. And let's demo this live in action. Here we go. Gonna close this. So here, I'm gonna demo the enterprise version of our AI. Just gonna remove this fully. Gonna type in some random data. I will run this now, just so you can see what Dumpling AI does. I should have maybe switched away from the Pro version because it takes some seconds. But here we go. It generated me some picture of a person waving at me. We're using Flux here. And now what I can do is I can go in here and I can say, for example, take the URL. There we go. I can apply this. I can run it. And I just saved myself probably 5 minutes of testing, building, and yeah, makes my generative AI expansion really, really neat and easy. I can just go here and now I have the picture perfectly embedded in my Lux corporate design. So with this, we help you to bring you the possible ways to do the generative AI expansion with Make. Now let's move forward. We're not stopping at text and images. We want to bring this to another level. So what I will demo you now is a way how you can collaborate with audio and video. Yeah? I'm going to do a first sneak preview into some that some customers already know, others yet not. You have the possibility to use videos, and I will demo you some of our partner apps in here. You can now go in Make and use Runway. I think it's really important to point out Runway has an API. Everybody is right now talking about Sora, releasing Sora with video capabilities. But Runway you can use today on Make, and you can send around videos based on AI generated pictures and directly communicate with your customers. Imagine you generate with your picture a video saying hello to your customer. What I said previously, you can start generating customized experiences, personalized experiences for your customers and start sending them out. Yes, I know some of your automations look way bigger. I use simple ones for today's demo purpose because I don't want to overload you. Now I send out a nice email with the video included. And this unlocks, of course, a lot of value and a lot of possibilities. I will not share yet my email for the time being. Now, let's take this even further. Let's go into something we want to bring you since many, many years, or some people dreamed of for many, many years. Think about crafting personalized videos for each client at scale. We worked here with some of our SaaS partners to really unlock the value and bring an even more concrete use case to you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dive a bit deeper into another example. Let's take this scenario here. We have a database. It could be an Airtable like in that case. And in that Airtable, you are a real estate agent. Imagine you're a real estate agent. And as a real estate agent, you do have pictures of your apartment, which you're renting out, or you're renting out Airbnbs, let's say. That can be both. And now what you want to do is you want to generate personalized videos for each customer, or you want to automatically launch on your phone Instagram, TikTok videos that are perfectly tailored to one of your followers or to one of your customers. You want to send direct messages. You can do this with Make. So you can go here and we take the example. It's gonna take a bit of time. This is why we'll skip a bit through it. And you can see here, I did one video. You can see creative is empty. And what it does, it takes the picture and makes out of the picture a video with text. You can now bring in OpenAI to generate you the text, but you can see it does even this 3D. Thanks to Runway, thanks to Flux, thanks to Placeit, and many, many other tools. You could now take this even further. You could use Albumlex. You could use custom voice. You can merge the video and the voice with Zero Code Kit to a video where you send it to Sebastian and say, hey, Sebastian, how are you doing today? Would you like to go to Cozy Nest and enjoy an amazing weekend? All of this is doable on Make today, but for time's sake, I'm not going to demo this in detail. I will move forward so we have enough time for Q&A and really going over each and every demo. Imagine now one more thing. We see one of our competitors, 11x. It's this startup in America that moved from London to America. And they're doing something which is called AI agents. And I want to demystify a bit AI agents. AI agents are chained LLMs. You can chain LLMs on Make. Yes, it can be easier, but you can do it today. So imagine you can have personalized phone calls for each client at scale. You do not need to hire any more people that do phone calls for you. You can automate this fully on Make. I'm going to demo this now. Let's dive deeper. So imagine you have this classical contact form. I tested it previously. So my name is Sebastian. My last name is Mertens. I'm not going to use my real phone number here. Let's say, I hope this works. I'm going to use this email. And I'm going to type in hello. Doing, sell me, make. Cool. Now I'm going to submit this. And what will happen is that I might get now a phone call. Let's do this. Let's take this phone call here. Hello, how are you doing?
This is Mark from Make.
Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. I'm fired up today because I want to share something that could revolutionize your business. But before we dive in, may I ask for your name?
Hey, I'm Sebastian. Sorry, I didn't mention that.
No worries at all, Sebastian. Here's the deal. What if I told you that you could supercharge your business like never before by harnessing the unparalleled power of AI? Imagine this. Seamless human AI collaboration that takes your automation game to the next level.
Sounds good.
Make. Fantastic. Sebastian, let me throw some exciting facts your way. With Make, you can automate any process at scale and take the complexity out of AI multimedia content creation. We're talking hyper-personalization and augmented data processing that'll make your reach feel like it's light years ahead of the competition. How does that sound?
Man, that sounds really good. I'm just running a live webinar about exactly this topic. Hey, man, what about you book a call with me on Friday at 10 a.m.?
Absolutely, Sebastian. Friday at 10 a.m. sounds perfect. Just to make sure everything's smooth like butter. Can I grab your email? I'll send you the invite right away. How do you spell that?
s.mertens@make.com.
You're all set, Sebastian. I've sent that invitation to your email. So get ready to unlock the potential of AI together. I can't wait to dive deeper and see how Make can propel your business into the future.
Cool. See you then. Bye. So what you just saw is not staged. It's a real phone call we just did in this webinar live. And I will show you how we did it. It's not rocket science. It's straightforward. You can guess how many modules this scenario used? 2. It's just 2 modules. And you can do a real phone call, arranging a real calendar invite with me on Friday this week. So I send tally data to VAPI in VAPI, and I will go into VAPI just a bit. In VAPI, I have my AI assistant set up. I gave Mark some tools, and the tools I use for Mark is current day and email and calendar invite. And VAPI has this customized experience for Make. You don't see Zapier here. You don't see N8N here. You see Make. And you give it tools. And these tools are super simple to build on Make. You have a webhook that sends an email, sends a calendar invite. You have a tool that gets today. And well, let me rebuild this. Let's say format me today in day, month, day, year, just to really demo you that this is really working with Fill by AI. Easy, right? And I apply it and it's in there, just to demo this shortly for you again. And you responded in that JSON structure you can find in the documentation of VAPI. And with this, you just saw how I arranged real phone call and real email. Let's check it out. That's today. That's right now. That sends really an email and a calendar invite out. Not staged. I got a calendar invite. I arranged it with myself on a phone call, which all of you experienced live in today's webinar, powered by Make. So this is how you can bring personalized phone calls at scale to your customers by using Make and thousands of SaaS integrations. So let's go forward. That's not it. You just saw the demo. So when thinking about AI, you should think about Make. Because Make unlocks you the power to interact with these LLM systems, bring them tools to send email, calendar invites, get today. Because if you don't get today, the LLM will think it's the 26th October of 2023, but we're actually having the 11th December of 2024. So you need to have tools. You need to bring this knowledge, this fresh live knowledge to the LLM. And when you think about AI, think about Make. So as you see the trend 2025, hyper-personalization, you can unlock with Make. Going forward, is this impacting every business out there? I'm just gonna pick some of the businesses. You saw real estate. You can interact, automate, personalize real estate like you saw. You can have customer service calling you, arranging appointments with you. How many times do you call somebody who's not picking up because they're busy or you're waiting in a hotline? Position number 11. Yeah, thank you. I don't need to have position number 11. I spin up AI agents with Make VAPI and I can handle endless customers. I can scale 4, 10, 50 times. I can automate marketing, finance, entertainment, legal services, supply chain. Every industry can be disrupted with Make and all the LLMs out there. You can interact via API, you can bring it tools, live knowledge, and we see thousands of customers building these agents on top of Make. So let's go into one more demo. This is the tool I demoed you previously. Just a second as I will type in my password. I get logged out here. So this is Bamboo HR, and in Bamboo HR, I will now create a new employee. Now, here we go. And the employee number, some random numbers, Sebastian Mertens, SAP. Cool. My work email. Hire date. Let's do today. And job title, let's say I'm an account executive at customer success. Now let's do sales. We have that time. And let's save it. Cool. Please fix. Oh, I have 2 points here. Sorry. Cool. Now I created this employee and I can end also probation period ends tomorrow basically. I have to change this. Cool. So now what I can do is I can go into Bamboo and we're getting bigger as a company. And maybe you want to send to your newly joining employees customized videos. And you can do this super simple. And I want to bring this real use case because this is something super valuable for your customers, also for your new joiners. You want to maybe send them personalized videos, and your CEO cannot be like in Harry Potter at multiple places at the same time. No, he's only there once. So you might need to create virtual videos. I just sent this to Synthesia. It's going to take up to 10-15 minutes and it will generate me my personalized welcome at Make video. So as you can see, and this is why I did it, because we didn't touch video generation yet, I want to demo this at the end for you. Now, going back from this video generation to our presentation. So let's recap what you just saw the last half hour. You can have the best experience with Make. You can do hyper-personalization with AI. You can do phone calls, live videos. You can merge live videos with audio on Make. You can generate pictures. You can automate these pictures to videos. And you can do this full hyper-personalization fully automated. And you can loop these videos, these audios with human in the loop on Make. So you can make sure that no bad video, no bad audio, no bad picture hits your customers. You can go into the trend of generative AI expansion with Make with over 200 AI apps. And as we are speaking right now, we're working with our tech partners and partners to bring you 50 more AI apps we handpicked. We went into the market, we talked to customers, we analyzed what's ranking in Google Trends, what's hitting right now in our Make Ideas board, what is rising in the community. What are you wishing, basically? Drop it into the chat if you want to as well. What AI app we should have, but we're going to go deeper on this just a bit in our survey. We have over these 200 AI integrations, and we're going to bring 50 more in the next weeks to come. We're not stopping here. We're going to go further in the augmented working. So as you see here, as you saw it live today, we have Fill by AI. It's live. You can use it. It saves thousands of customers hours of manual work. No more complex email HTML generation. No more formatting. You can build complex functions. It takes the mapping. It builds the mapping for you. You just saw the human in the loop. The enterprise version is already live. It's going to be a new update in it, but we're going to keep the current version. You can join the beta. In case you were at Make Waves, you got a link to join. And I'm happy to sneak preview something we're working on. We're working on Make Agent that allows you easier. You saw it today in the VAPI example where I called myself. You can use agents, you can build agents, but we want to make the agent experience easier for you so you can really use tools and goals in one module, super fast, super easy, and want to bring an amazing experience there to you. So we're going to bring a Make Agent soon. And what we see today with all of these capabilities, that our customers from ideation to launch, and you just saw it, you just experienced this, have time of minutes. It's a fast-paced environment, and even with human in the loop, you can interact with it, you can steer it, and our customers automate, for example, their whole marketing. We see that our customers are playing in a different league because they can see unseen experience. They can feel unseen experiences in their sales processes. And if you click these links, we're going to send them later out. You can see examples from real customers that build stuff on Make. The question is, do you lead or follow? And with Make, you have the chance to really build these virtual employees, as you saw with the phone call example, as you saw with the video. You can have your CEO sending multiple videos around. And we see, as we saw also in this chart with the 4x, hyper growth with AI. And again, I want to repeat 4x your business, go out, use automation, use AI, bring it to your processes, loop with human on the loop, build it faster, and launch hyper-personalized experiences. But is this it? When you think AI, think Make. And I'm happy to preview a bit more. We demoed you the Make Agent Chrome extension, and we're super happy to also bring this kind of capability soon to you. And soon means really, really soon. We're gonna release this as an open source capability where you, because we don't know how you will use front-end interactions. We're an automation platform and we are really good in combining AI and automation. But front-end, that's something where you can also join the motion and where you can develop and take Make agents as Chrome extension further and build interactive experiences. And more, even more. We're going to release soon for some customers who are just starting examples. And for all of the stuff you saw today, we're going to drop them on our YouTube channel in the next weeks so you can rebuild them, you can inspire yourself, you can learn, and you can unlock, for example, the call example you just saw today. And now it's time to launch a little survey because we want to know what should be the next LLM we bring to you. So if my team could help me launching the survey, that would be amazing. So which AI app is right now missing on Make? Let me know, let us know. And yeah, when it comes to hurdles of AI, what are the biggest ones? So if you could just take 1 minute answer shortly the poll, that would be amazing. Wow, I see nearly 100 people already voted. In case you selected other, drop it in the chat, let us know. Drop it commented in the chat. We see nearly 150 people. Let's make it 300 as we have 300 people still in the webinar. That would be really great if we get more. Cool. Nice. So we can go to Q&A. I would say let's close the poll. I think statistically we are in a safe space. I will end the poll now. Share the results. Fail to share. Okay. So I will just move forward with the screen share. So let me express it one more time. Own it, build it, and do it today. And now it's time for the Q&A. So let me stop the screen share and spin up the Q&A. I see some people upvoted it. Let me just shortly sort by voting. And yeah, so Danny asked, will this be shared later on the plans except enterprise? I assume this relates to human in the loop. As I said, yes, yeah, we're gonna bring a lightweight version of human in the loop to everybody so you can unlock the value of generative AI with Make. Going forward, I saw already David Gore answer it once, so I'm gonna pick the next one. Is there a way to get the blueprints of these examples? Yes, as I said, we're gonna share them on YouTube. We're gonna explain them and we're gonna share templates so you can easily rebuild based on today's webinar, all of these examples. Going forward, do you have plan to extend the Make education program? I would say we follow up with this question because I don't know exactly what with Make at the Edu program is meant. If you mean with it the Make Academic Alliance, in this case, yes, I can tell you, I'm super, super happy to always join these sessions. So if you are a researcher or university, please reach out to us. And if you want to have a session about AI, really just ask for it. And if it is something where it's about a university or a master class, master in terms of like bachelor, master, happy personally to join. There was one more question about the human in the loop. I'm gonna skip. I saw um, it's already answered. Here's a can link with Instagram or TikTok. Rodrigo, I tried to interpret this. I think you were maybe referring to videos and pictures. Yes, you can do this. You can generate pictures and you can create a post on Instagram. Sorry. Yes, you can do this. You can automate posts with Make, generated with AI, posted on Instagram, posted on TikTok. Will Copilot be an option for integration? I think you mean Microsoft Copilot. So in case you want to link Microsoft Copilot Studio with Make, you can do this today. You can use a webhook in Make. This is kind of like a custom API, and you can have a webhook response. And in between, you can do whatever you want to do. So in case you want to know more how to use this, how to build this, I encourage Patrick to go to our community, post this question there, and you will for sure get people that help you really enabling this use case. And in case you need some partner, maybe some deeper dive into GitHub, into Copilot Studio, I think there are some partners out there that can help you for sure. It's always a bit custom as your Microsoft environment is bigger. Let me go forward. And I think this is something. Can you show how it creates mapping using the AI assistant, please? I'm happy to do this in the YouTube videos. I will follow up with this. I will create some mapping because why I'm not doing it live right now, super simple, because I built the scenarios, but I need real live data where I pull it in and then map it. And this is something where we just have 5 to 10 minutes left, which I think I should not demo here. Okay, answer live. In the module Human in the Loop, I saw that it isn't beta and that data processed in the USA. Will this be the case in production or is this just for beta test purposes? This is just for beta test purposes. Yeah. So in the future, the data processing for Human in the Loop will be in Europe. Was one more question around the presentation will be emailed to the attendees. I don't know the details there regarding the presentation, but I'm sure my team will follow up with this. Is there any tool? I think that's already answered. Yes, Perplexity is already available on Make. Yeah, that's a really good question around what's the latest on integrating code-based agents, Python, and LangChain. There are multiple tools out there already on Make, like AWS Lambda, Zero Code Kit, I think is one of the most used code extensions on Make, but also you can launch any cloud function with Google Cloud Functions. They're amazing on Make as well, or you can use Azure serverless functions. There are already super easy ways to use code inside your automation. But yes, I get the point of having a code editor in Make. And regarding LangChain, as you saw, Make Agent, I would say, Jonas, stay tuned for the next months to come. And we're super happy to maybe unlock some more value there. Another question from RJ regarding Enterprise Human in the Loop. Yes, as I said previously, this is going to be in a lightweight version released to everybody. Where can we get the phone automation and use case for sales and tech on the road? Well, Pierre-Marc, I'm super happy to share the example in YouTube in the next weeks, and you can rebuild this. In this case, I used Voyage and Vapi. It took me 20 minutes to set this up, so it took me 20 minutes to make an integration between Make, Vapi, Voyage, to call myself, to build a tool, to get the current day, and send really calendar invites and email out there. Yes, if I invest maybe 2 hours more, I can connect it to my CRM, get the customer ID. I can really build super, super complex things and really launch this. I'm going forward. How do you deal with legal and GDPR compliance issues with large corporate organizations? It's not only Make, but also other services. Is there a general tip you can give? So we're piloting a PII remover. So right now we are having PII remover in beta. In case you're an enterprise customer or you're interested in PII remover, we're having the capability to bring you a way how you can anonymize data inside Make when calling between modules. You can achieve this with Make. Generally, when it comes to compliance issues, my experience is they're not issues. They're actually chances most of the times because you can explain how certain models work. Some of the providers even bring you guardrails, or ways how you can control your LLMs. And most compliance teams, they are super interested in actually learning what's possible. And when you take the time, sit down with them, explain them the use case, explain them how you can steer, how you can make sure that this is just another tool, then most of the times it unlocks value. Personally, it reminds me a bit on the early days of the cloud transformation where people are like, data is not processed in our infrastructure anymore. I'm not sure we should follow there. It is kind of like similar. Yes, with AI, you can do sometimes really, really bad things, especially when you have LLMs which have no content policy. I just tested some Asian LLMs which can build really things where gets me goosebumps. So in this case, I think, of course, the compliance and corporate organizations will not allow them, but the leaders of the world in LLMs, I think they have really good tooling built around how to build guardrails, how to bring content policies into place already. This is a really cool question from Soran. Beside approve and disapprove in human in the loop action, how can we add a retry option? So you can have the decline, and in case you go decline, we send the data to a webhook. And in the webhook, you can then build a router and filter if it was decline, and then you just retry. Or you could add a drop down where you say retry and then filter on the option of retry, and then you just send it another time into your previous scenario, where you could start with an HTTP module or where you could use sub scenarios. How will I know about future webinar of Make? I would say that's a really good question. And hey, Sayat, really, please subscribe to our newsletter. We share regularly updates on our newsletter, and there you get the news around our webinars. Have been working with creative agencies yet, and what are the best use cases? I can say marketing use case like blogging, generating pictures. I used AI for picture generation in here today. So as we're going to the end of the webinar, I would just keep it super short. Yeah, this is also from Joachim, a really good question. How to do RAG with Make. If we're thinking about loading RAG, I would not recommend you using directly Make, because you need to do ETL transformations a lot of times. This is really complex and honestly, one of the processes that also takes us a lot of time and a lot of effort to really do a top-notch ETL. Simple RAG is always just simple. The real good RAG is in re-ranking. In complex RAG cases, the simple RAG, personally, I think is something where a good prompt is good enough. Yes, and then you can use Gemini, for example, throw everything in the content window. That's sometimes cheaper, faster. When it comes to retrieving, you can do that in Make. You have Quadron, Pinecone. You can use Mongo. There are many, many tools, but we will also bring more RAG applications. As I shared, we are aiming to add 50 more AI integrations on Make in the next weeks, and some of them are RAG tools. Does Vapi work with Vietnamese? That's a really good question. I know you can use in Vapi Elven Labs, and with Elven Labs you can do this, I think, because there you have custom models. I think this is the last question I will answer from Emilio. What is the advantage one has by using Make versus Power Automate? How do both platforms compare in terms of data management? I often face the challenge to use Make since Microsoft Power Automate already lives within my client's environment, which data-wise is a huge advantage. Well, yeah, sure. If you are using it within the Microsoft boundaries, Power Automate is, of course, more accessible and can use more Microsoft tooling. Yet, I find Power Automate a bit user unfriendlier. I think it could be from a user perspective, user experience perspective, way better. The integrations are most of the times behind really expensive premium plans. You cannot go that technically deep. Try looping more than 9 times over arrays or events. That's hard. It's really hard to build functions. What you saw today by Phil by AI, it's really easy to do and make. You have a way better developer experience. Regarding the integrations, we nearly offer the same amount, nearly the same integrations. We offer more in terms of amount. And when it comes to data management, we integrate into SharePoint and all the major apps. So as we are just a data processor, we don't host the data. So in case of the data where it lives and resides, it's basically still in the Microsoft environment of the customer. And with this, I will end the Q&A as we are hitting nearly the full hour now. Again, thanks for joining today in today's webinar. I'm super, super happy that so many people joined on the Trends webinar of AI. And with this said, I say thanks again and have an amazing, amazing holiday period and also an amazing 2025. And in case you like this, stay tuned for the next weeks to come, what we will release and what is coming soon. So thanks again. And yeah, this is it.